Howdy, Full Metal Cowboy, slinging a live reaction of Tamon's B-side, episode 10. I'm here with Sir Sif.
Hey yo.
So, last time we watched Tamon's B-side, I do believe there was we actually get to learn a bit of backstory of Ori and why he is, like, so determined to be at the top, pretty much. If I remember, excuse me, if I remembered correctly. And it was something like his parents like drilled into his mind at a young age. And then, of course, yeah, we seem to have this. What is it? Go ahead and explain, Sir Sif. It's
We see what?
what?
We seem to have this love duo going on with
You
her.
you mean love triangle? So we got Utage,
Yeah, love
Ori, and
triangle.
Tamon. It's like, yeah, I mean,
As opposed to, anyways, I'm falling in love with you that has a octangle or whatever's
no,
going on in that.
there's four guys that seemingly there's four guys that have a thing for her, and yeah, the reason I'm not mentioning a fifth one is because one of them, doesn't care. So, but if he did, it's like, okay, so
It seems we have this trend.
no, I just think Sarah Civ likes to pick the romance anime, which yeah, these ones have been, yeah, having this kind of tension. I'm like, oh my god, like, uh, well,
Hey, we haven't gotten to the yaoi one yet.
oh yeah, that one. So yeah. But of all the anime we've been watching, Tamon's B-side's actually a bit of a fun watch, even though it's got some ridiculous, like, goofy moments like the mushrooms, uh
I
Utage.
think you could cosplay Gloomy Hara though.
Yeah, but yeah.
I just have to bring a bag of mushrooms.
Yeah. And then there's
Oh, those crazy girls, remember? Kill the baby.
yeah, but that was like earlier. But yeah, but of all the anime we've been watching, like Tamon's B-side is a fun watch, but I would make the argument Oshi no Ko is a lot more promising in comparison to this. Even though we are watching the first season of that alongside this, and they're not from the same year. But season 3 of Oshi no Ko was airing the same year this did. So, or actually in the same season. So I have a feeling Oshi no Ko.
Wait. What?
Yeah, which is why I picked that one, because I've heard some things about it. Yeah, so yeah, and yes,
Granted, this one, no one gets shanked compared to
yeah,
Oshino.
yeah, and yeah. Essentially, we're kind of how do I put this? So how we're so to kind of provide some context about why we're mentioning a few other anime is because we're pretty much watching anime like one after one, kind of in a similar fashion to how Toonami does their programming. You know how they do one episode and then they move on to the next thing. That's kind of how we're rolling with this, and I mean, and also, some people do
We're
watch.
nostalgic to Toonami from back then.
Okay, and I got a feeling my Discord was cutting off on Sarah Sifton. No wonder I was interrupted. Uh, Sorry for that remark there, but that does frustrate me. But again, that's not Sarah Sif's fault. It's just Discord fucking around a little bit, or at least fucking up a little bit. Why did I say fucking around? So, and also, like, there are and actually what I was trying to say was actually the last bit I was going to say in that sense anyway. uh and also, there are anime fans that do select a few anime and then they just watch that weekly, so it's kind of like that, but we picked a handful, and yeah, that's kind of how we're rolling. We still got a bit of a way to go to finish off our picks of the season, but I mean, we're
And
trying.
then move on to the spring season.
Yeah, we're trying, but what's really slowing it down is my work schedule. That's been the big reason why things have been slowing. And also, pardon me if my memory gets fuzzy during the course of that.
Also, we had Sakura-con.
That's no longer an excuse, Sir Seth.
I know, but like
Can
when we
I
had that big
let me finish? Was Discord cutting my voice off again?
yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Um, so what I was trying to say is that um, while SakuraCon was a previous reason why there was a delay, which resulted in our memory being fuzzy. There's going to be a few times where my memory's a little fuzzy on something because it had been a while since we last watched something, and that is because of my work schedule. Because I work at a baseball park, the Mariners ballpark. So and there's in on average we're talking like 6 days at the very least. So yeah, it does not give me a lot of free time to watch anime by then. So there are gaps, and so what I'm saying is I'm sorry if reactions end up getting stalled for a little while because of that. It's just, hey, work comes first. Stuff like this, is more secondary or tertiary depending on uh
Living comes
no,
first.
no, no. Depending on circumstances. Anyway, I think we've preambled long enough, have we?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm sorry I did a lot of the talking there. It's just.
I want shirtless men. Come on,
Alright,
show.
so, okay, here we go. So, Tamon's B side, episode 10 in 3, 2, 1, fire.
What the?
Okay.
Also, what's with that thing in the middle?
What the fuck? Is that a cat plushie or something?
I think it is. I can't tell if it's a squirrel. What? No, boo, bullshit advice.
Huh. Yeah, we're approaching the last third of this. Yeah, because there's 13 episodes of this. So after this, we got 3 left. Unless there's season 2. Something tells me there's going to be a season 2 of this. I mean, this doesn't seem like it's leaned into like a big conclusion or anything. And there's still like more manga chapters there too. So I'm guessing we're gonna get more.
I mean, we did assume the same thing with Yuri on Ice, but we never got a season 2. Somebody's name is Oscar.
Huh?
You were just talking about Evangelion.
Yeah, to provide context, we had just finished watching season 2, episode 3 of Hell of a Boss, so that's what she was referring to. Because I made a comparison to Evangelion in that. And the reason I made the comparison is because of dysfunctional, like, familial relationships in both Evangelion and Hell of a Boss. Okay, so that ends the... What the hell? Why does there fucking lock screen have that? Hey. So I take a Tamon likes his coffee. Hell yeah.
Yeah, coffee's disgusting.
Whatever. I like my coffee.
Coffee's gross.
Well, why do you get on my ass about enjoying coffee then?
Because I enjoy it.
Oh, bullshit.
This is the person who likes the disgusting mud water. Oh,
It's
what?
not mud water.
Looks like mud water. Whoa, what? That isn't creepy.
What the fuck? The fuck? Natsuki's a weirdo in this.
Yeah, but at least he's not a creep.
Ha ha, very funny.
What was that? What?
What?
Sex appeal does not have to do with your face. Also, why is he hiding behind a kappa?
What? Okay. Man, what is up with my head today? It keeps itching. Oh, what the hell? Oh my
Whoa, what?
god, what? Okay then. Well, I didn't take for him as a drinker. Wow, he drinks and smokes. Yeah, good thing I don't do one of the two. That being smoking.
I think
No, no, for real. There's one thing I'm glad I never took after my mom. It was smoking. I never liked the smell of tobacco smoke, so that's why I don't smoke. Now, alcohol, on the other hand, I've had it before. I haven't had any alcohol for 3 months.
wait. Have you gambled though?
Gamble? I don't gamble.
Good.
Like I said, I don't gamble. I don't smoke. But as far as drinking, again, I don't go crazy on it. But I do enjoy my alcohol when I feel like it.
What the?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Damn. I could stare at that all day.
Wow. Okay, we're
Okay,
gonna.
why was there a cliff?
What? Oh yeah, this bitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was like kind of a cool little angle there. Ah, damn. Huh?
Mm. Yeah, you're in love with her, dude.
What the fuck? Uh,
Mhm.
wow, okay, the race
She's
car
gone.
sound effect? Damn.
Also, what's with the?
Oh, wow.
I'll do that to you.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Whoa, what? Whoa!
What the fuck?
This is how one of my favorite. Why does that
What
look
the
wrong?
fuck?
Oh, burn.
What? What? Oh, what?
What?
Oh, yeah, she's not dead. Okay. I'm gonna keep a pin on this part of the whole episode.
Have you ever had takoyaki?
I don't remember. I don't think I have.
Takoyaki's delicious.
Oh. $110. Oh, that must be Japan's 911. Huh? Bullshit.
Whoa, what?
Oh, what? Okay then. All right.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
All right. I'm gonna just get right to something that I said I was gonna keep a pin on. Okay, so this episode to me, up until the last, I want to say 5 to 7 minutes, this episode's all over the fucking place. I mean, I was not really all that invested with much of this episode up until the last 7 minutes. I don't know what it was. I just thought most of this episode just wasn't that interesting, I guess. And granted, they focused more on Natsuki, which okay, that's nice. But I don't know. Like, and okay, I will say this: the whole thing with Tamon and Utage, like, and that one air. What is it? Was it like in the restroom or something, or shower room?
Bathroom, yeah.
Yeah. Like I was thinking, damn, okay, this is kind of things are getting interesting. And then what did they do? They fucking crack a humorous like breakaway, and I'm like, okay, like I understand that's like anime isms, but for fuck's sake, you did not need to do that. You didn't need to cut away with this comedic gag. You could have just let the scene linger and then transition to the next scene, kind of keeping, the viewer thinking like, oh shit, like, something kind of, keep in mind for maybe the last few episodes. But no, this comedic gag, I felt like killed that moment a bit. I'm not saying it completely ruined it. It just killed the tone at the end. Like, and granted, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, one of my top 5 favorite anime, kind of pulls this shit from time to time, but they did scale it down the more it went on. So there is that to point out, but and usually those comedic gags are mostly well timed, but I will admit there was a few times I'm like, okay, they didn't really need to do that here and there, but we're talking. This is near the end of the what I'm assuming is the first season, and it's like, look, for a scene like that, you did not need to use a comedic gag. It was kind of unnecessary, especially when I don't know, like. And I get it. This is something Tamon's B-side has done, like, in the early episodes. Now, here's the thing. I don't mind the early episodes doing this because it was... this... Okay, like, this, whatever you want to call it, romantic tension between Utage and Tamon, like, it works in the early episodes because you're starting to see the beginning of these two hitting it off. And this is supposed to be where, okay, looks like things are getting a lot more interesting, quote unquote. Um, and the comedic gag was there at the end. I just felt that wasn't needed. Anyway, like I said, last 7 minutes of this, I think is where it's interesting. Most of this, I don't know. I just kind of just sat there thinking, where is this going? Like Natsuki, okay. Natsuki was somewhat interesting, but even I will admit his cutesy side. I'm like, okay, but then and here's the thing, I kind of get it. Two sides of his personality, much like Tamon. All that. Yeah. So looking back, yeah, the focus on Natsuki was nice to see. Now that I think about it, I just felt like most of the episode just wasn't. I just wasn't engaged in most of the time, and maybe it was just kind of the way it played out. I guess I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the previous episode, and then this one, it just seemed like I don't know.
But like we shall see what happens next. We don't know
Well, we'll
completely.
see. But yeah, but like I said, the whole thing with the comedic gag at the end of that so-called romantic tense saying it's like romantically tensing. I'm like, okay, did you really need to cut away with that with a comedic gag? Like, come on. Ugh. Oh well. Like and look, I'm not against comedic gags in this for the most part. For the most part, it has worked. But this is one of those cases where it doesn't work at that one big moment in the episode. But yeah, I know I've ranted a bit on that. It's just I know I keep repeating myself on this, but yeah, this is the kind of shit that bugs me a little bit. And yeah, this is one of those cases. Yeah, didn't work here, but yeah, but damn, Natsuki and Asuka, like, okay, they were hitting it off before. Like, okay, then isn't that kind of fucking up eyes or something because of the whole thing about J-pop idol groups or whatever the fuck? Ugh. Oh boy, looks like things are gonna get. I don't follow J-pop idol groups much because I have my reasons, but care to explain that little uh complication there?
What about what?
So isn't Natsuki having some kind of past with Asuka? Is that gonna jeopardize eyes or something, or is that not an issue?
It depends on certain idol groups. Um, but I know in like some respect with K-pop groups that if they have like a girlfriend or something, they always keep that secret. It always kind
Yeah.
of has to be under wraps because fans have certain favorites.
Yeah, and personally, I just think that mentality is kind of bullshit. Now, here's the thing.
And like there are some K-pop groups with people married that have kids. They just keep that as like
Yeah,
on their idol.
and honestly, as far as I'm concerned, that kind of business standard, business tactic, just that whole that specific arrangement, I just think is fucking bullshit when it comes to K-pop. It's like, it, and look, it's
And
fun.
and the crazy fans can turn on them.
I know, but that's the
Yeah.
stupid. Again, that I hate to say this, Sir Sif. This is actually one of the reasons why I don't get involved. This is why I don't engage myself with the K-pop crazes because of learning about shit like that. It's like, well, why would I want to? Why would I want to sit through K-pop if this kind of shit is like an issue? I mean, look at the Beatles. Yeah, they did have a policy no girlfriends, no wives at the studio because, again, they wanted their personal lives and their work lives, separate. I get that until John broke that rule in 68, but I digress. My point is
John!
my point is that the whole thing with the Beatles is that, yeah, they had a lot of screaming fangirls, but here's the thing: the Beatles didn't operate like J-pop, K-pop bands, or more specifically, K-pop bands. That's the point I'm getting at. That this whole business standard, like, oh, gotta keep this under wraps. It's like, why? I personally think that is fucking stupid. Like, I will never understand why that's a thing with
Well,
K-pop.
I can agree with
I
you
don't
on that.
understand why that's a thing with K-pop, and honestly, I think it's a very bizarre thing to think about when it comes to K-pop. I'm just like, personally, I don't give a shit who K-pop idols are, with. To be honest, like, look, I personally think they should have personal lives. Like, if they want to have that public, I mean, more fucking power to them. I don't care. But the fact that they got to keep this on the ropes because, oh, we got fucking fans that have a favorite. It's like Beatlemaniacs had a favorite Beatle, for fuck's sake. But I digress. Anyway, I've rambled long enough on this. Do you got anything more you want to say?
I mean, in some idols' lives, it's not a bother. Oh no. Like the worst I think idols have had was in going into their military service.
Yeah.
Because this is true fact. Um I read this. Um a fan while a couple of members of BTS were serving in the military,
Yeah.
um a nurse that happened to be a BTS fan tried into one of the BTS members' tents and gain and try to get them to come to their tent to gain favor with them
Oh, wow.
and got busted for it.
Wow.
So, and a lot of people think there's problems with that in the like military. That's why they keep everyone separate.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's fans out there.
Yeah. All right. I got nothing more to say about this episode. What about you?
Mm.
So, closing?
Yeah, I just hope it improves.
Yeah.
So, in the name of the moon, till next time.
And yeah, we'll be back for Tamon's B side, episode 11. And I'm kind of hoping that the way this wraps up is nice. I just have a little I'm a little concerned about the tone for these last few. Like honestly, if there's one thing I think needs to tone down a bit at this point, it is the comedic gags. I don't mind if it's once in a while, but they need to. I mean, the comedic gag with the whole like, Tamon and Utage moment in that shower room. I'm like, okay, shit like that. That needs to cut it down. Like, I don't know. What I'm saying is, these next three episodes really need to have a more consistent tone at this point. If it's gonna, because if things are gonna get more dramatic, that's what I mean. They need to tone down the comedic gags randomly. I'm starting to think that the random timing is starting to wear kind of thin at this point. And I think the comedic gags, I think it was a bit unnecessary at times in this episode. And I think that's why I had a hard time being engaged in this episode. So yeah, hopefully these next three tone this shit down, kind of make things a little bit more interesting, just to, properly wrap this up. I don't know. At the same time, I'm enjoying this for what it's worth, so I'm pretty much open to whatever at this point. I'm just thinking, because of the way this is going, they need to tone the random shit down at this point. This is a bit much. I'm repeating myself. I'm starting to get tired. So okay, like I said, I overstayed this closing too much. I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll be back for episode 11 of Talmud's B-Side. So until next time, take care.